Equation of line given 2 points. Question 3. Find equation of line through the points A, -2, -3 and B, 2, 6. So we'll continue writing equation of our line in slope-intercept form, right? So slope-intercept form, which you know by now, is y equals to mx plus b, right? So write this form here, y equals to mx plus b. So that is the slope-intercept form in which we are going to write equation of our line. Now here m is the slope, right? M is the slope and b is y-intercept. Slope is rise over run and y-intercept is the point where the line intersects y-axis. So let me just make a rough sketch of these 2 points and see how the line should look like. Let's say this is our coordinate plane. So x-axis and y-axis, that's the x-axis and this is y-axis for us, correct? Now point A is -2, -3. That means on the left side 1 minus -2 and then we go 1, 2, 3, so we go 1, 2, 3, so we -2, -3. The point A should be here approximately. So my sketches are approximate, but they give you a fairly good idea of things, right? B is 2, 6, so say 1, 2 and 6. Let's go up from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's our point 6. Now if I join these 2 points, I get my line, okay? So let me draw this line for you. Okay, and line is always extended on both the sides. So that's the line which we are interested in. Correct. Now let me write down this as point B, and point B for us is 2, 6 and A is -2, -3, correct? Now when we say slope, then we really mean to say what is rise over run. Slope is rise over run. So rise over here, you can see we are 3 units down, right, and 6 up from the x-axis. Then the rise should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So 9 up, that is the rise. That means from here, if we go up, we will go 9 units up to this place, right? So that whole thing from here to here is the rise, right? So -3 gives you 3 here and 6. So 3 plus 6 is 9. So that is the rise. So we have rise of 9. Do you see that? From here to here. That is rise. So slope is rise over run. So we can write rise is 9 for us. And run is, we are 2 units left of this line and 2 units right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 3, 4. So 4 units. So we go up like this and that is the run. And run is of 4 units. So that is the run, and that is how we say rise over run. On a graph, you can actually count it, right? So we get a slope. And b-intercept is wherever the line crosses the y-axis. So that point seems to be the b-intercept. So which is very approximate in my graph. So we really can't read it, but we can find it algebraically by using one of these points, okay? Now let's go through the process of finding equation of the line given these 2 points. At least you have understood the concept, right? And you got an idea that, well, the line is increasing as you move from left to right, so we are expecting a slope which is positive. And last thing we'll do is find slope, okay? Now what is slope? Slope we normally write with letter m is equals to change in y. Change in y means y2 minus y1, right? That minus this. So change in y, so let me write first change in y is delta y, which indicates change in x, right? As we saw here, we could always see this as rise over run. But mathematically or algebraically, what we can do is we can find difference of two y positions, right? So whenever we have points, let's consider the first point as point 1. In that case, this value becomes x1 for us, the x coordinate, and that becomes y1. And if we consider this as our point 2, then that becomes x2, y2, correct? Always when we write ordered pairs, the first point is the x coordinate, the second is the y, correct? So when we are considering this as the first point, so we are writing this as x1, y1, right? So x1, y1 means x coordinate of the first point and y coordinate of the first point. x2, y2 means first coordinate, which is the x coordinate of the second point, and y coordinate for y second point, right? Therefore, we can write slope as, what is y2? 6. So we have 6 minus of minus 3. So it's good to write it in brackets, okay? Otherwise, there is a confusion. Never write 2 minus together. 2 minus minus 2, okay? So that is what our slope is, and now let's calculate it. 6 minus and minus makes it plus. So we get 6 plus 3 divided by 2 minus and minus makes it plus 2 plus 2. And so we get 9 over 4 as we got here, right? 9 over 4 is now the slope for our line, correct? So we know the slope. So we can write this equation as y equals to slope, which is 9 over 4 x plus b, okay? But still we don't know the y-intercept. How to find y-intercept? To find y-intercept, we can use any of these points. You can use minus 2, minus 3, or point b, 2, 6, whichever you want, right? So let's try to use this point 2, 6, both positive, right? So here x value is 2, y is 6. So we'll substitute x as 2 here and y as 6. Then we'll have only one variable, that is b. And we can solve for b from that equation, correct? So let's do this. So we'll write 2 for x and 6 for y. So y is 6. 6 equals to 9 over 4 times 2 plus b, correct? So that gives you an equation in b. So we can simplify this a bit. It gives 2 and 2. It'll simplify. So it becomes 2 over 1, right? So it becomes 9 over 2 plus b. And from here, what is b equals to? So we'll take this on the left side. So 6 minus 9 over 2 equals to b, correct? So fractions, you know, we should have same denominator, correct? Here the denominator is 1, here it is 2. So let's make it 2. So it is 12 over 2 minus 9 over 2 equals to b, correct? So 12 minus 9 is 3. So we get 3 over 2 equals to b. So that is what we get as a value of b in this case. So which is kind of 1.5. Okay, so we'll replace our b with 3 over 2. So let me draw a line here. So we finally have all the components of our equation. That is, we know what is the slope. Let me write down now what we know about our line. So we know that the slope for us is 9 over 4. M equals to 9 over 4. And b equals to 3 over 2, right? And therefore, we can write the equation of our line, which is y equals to 9 over 4 x plus 3 over 2. So that becomes our equation of the line, right? So this point should be at 3 over 2. That means 1.5. And that is the y-intercept. So this is how we can get equation of a line given 2 points. Remember, we are writing equation in the form of y equals to mx plus b, which is called slope-intercept form. So it is done in 2 stages. Stage 1, find slope using rise over run, that is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And then once you have slope, then use a point and find the y-intercept. And by rearranging your equation, you can find the value of y-intercept. Once you get y-intercept, then write on your equation with slope and y-intercept. There you are. So y equals to 9 over 4 x plus 3 over 2 is the equation of the line which passes through point A and B. Okay.